Month 8, August, 4 seasons block. These next few blocks we are doing, multiples of, so they're kind of fun. It's not like we're doing one and the other. We're cutting one time and we're making a lot of blocks. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is there are 2 different sets of flying geese that we're making. So you're going to cut your centers out of fabric number 5. Okay, and you're going to be doing flying geese with fabric number 3 and fabric number 8. Okay, so when we do flying geese, we have these small triangles are done with 3 1/8 squares that we cut in half. Okay, this is a 5 1/2 square that we've cut into quarters. So we're going to sew the first triangle onto here, sewing from the bottom up. We have this, and you're going to press towards the triangle. You're going to put the second triangle on this side, press from the bottom up, and again, these are oversized, so we're going to have to trim them down to 2.5 by 4.5. You will have 8 of these and 4 of these. 8 and 4. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is there are a bunch of these flip and sew blocks. There are 4 different ones that we're making. Okay. Okay, so 4.5-inch squares. Your corners are all 2.5-inch squares. Okay, there are 4 different ones. There is fabric 12 and 1. Let's do it in order. There is fabric 3 and 12. And then there is fabric 6 and 1. And then you're also going to be doing some 8 and 6s. Okay, so you start with your square. You're going to take your 2.5-inch square. You're going to sew from corner to corner. You're going to trim and flip that out. Okay, you're going to lay your second square on there. You're going to sew from corner to corner. You're going to trim and flip that out. So that's your flip and sew corners. Okay, you will be doing a whole bunch of these. You will be making 4 of these, 4 of these, 8 of these, and 8 of these. The last component of this is just a 4.5 by 2.5 rectangle. Okay, now we are going to lay out 2 different strips. The first strip, you're going to start with your flying goose, your long piece, your 6-piece. You are going to be making 8 of these. Okay. Your second piece is going to look like this. You're going to lay out your flying goose, your fabric number 3, your fabric number 12, and then the 4.5-inch by 2.5-inch piece on the top. You'll be making 4 of these. To put these blocks together, you are going to lay 1 of these on either side. Now, just to let you know, the only place that your seams are going to butt is here at the bottom. However, there is a 1/4-inch allowance between this seam line and here, so that when you actually sew your pieces together, it has this illusion of these points matching with this line. I'll be really honest, it's not a big deal. You can't see that mine don't match exactly. Okay, so don't let that stress you out. Don't let this stress you out, and don't let this stress you out if it doesn't match. Okay? Because in the big scheme of your quilt, you won't be able to see it. So you'll be making 4 of these, and we'll see you next month.